to my hard-working KCET aspirants. I hope that every one of you who is watching this video is doing perfectly great. And I'm Jasmine Joy and I am here with a purpose today. That is to help you out with something. So, I get it that a lot of you might be in a state of mixed emotions. A lot of you might be going to give your boards, but you also have KCET to concentrate on. And a lot of you might have taken an eardrop for, cracking KCET, but still you might have not reached up to what you thought you would. Basically, weeping around it or being sad around it would not help you out, but working around it would definitely help you out. And I am here with the perfect 60-day timetable for all of you, so that all of you who are going to watch this video, my dear children, you could score 120 plus in KCET 2025. So before starting off this video, if you think that you are going to target 120 plus, comment it right away that I am targeting 120 plus. Let's see the Josh. And it's not like I do not have a structure over here today. I have a very fine structure over here of what should I speak. There won't be anything extra, anything that is not of your use that I'm going to speak today. So first thing will be basic information about KCET for those aspirants who probably not know much about it or might be interested in knowing something about it, and also for clearing out certain doubts of yours. Now the second thing, the most important thing, the detailed timetable for scoring 120 plus in KCET, and it's not just for people who are studying in PU2, it's also for the droppers. So we definitely see comments that why is there no video for droppers, so we thought we should be definitely including them also, and here we are for droppers as well. Now, there is a common question, that is whether we should be going for PCM or PCB or PCMB, so I'll be telling about the courses who would require just PCM or just PCB or just PCMB. Now then we will be talking about the must-do chapters of all the 4 subjects which are there, and the order you should be following for studying these chapters, whether it be PU2 or PU1. And then there will be last minute tips for KCET which would be really very much important for you to know before going ahead with the exam. And last but not the least, best books for scoring full on full in KCET. So are you ready, my champions? I hope you are. Let's get into the basic. So when is the KCET exam? It's on 16th April. There will be physics and chemistry. On 17th April, there will be math as well as biology. Now, when is your PU2 exam? It's from 1st to 20th March. Now, is PU2 marks really important? Yes. Why, my dear children? Because it carries 50% in your KCET ranking. So 50% comes from your KCET marks and 50% comes from your PU2 marks. So if you're someone who is studying in PU2, my dear children, you should be concentrating very much on your PU2. Okay, your target should be to score 290 plus in PU2. So it's total, if we calculate all the subjects together, it's out of 300. So you should be targeting 290 plus, then at least you would be scoring somewhere around it. Okay, now if you're someone who is a dropper, what is done is done. Okay, you know your PU2 marks. Now you have to concentrate on how much score you have to make in your KCET for being eligible. So here I have a really important mapping, that is for PU2 boards, you should be scoring 290 plus, and in KCET, if you are scoring 135 plus, my dear children, you will get a rank around in between like 1000. Okay, it will be inside 1000. Talking about children who are getting between 280 to 290, then you should be scoring at least 120 plus to be in the rank around 3000. Okay, and the list goes on from here. Now, if you want to study in the top 20 colleges of Karnataka, your rank should be within 10,000. So what is your focus? Your focus is this. Your focus should be this. So as of now, what are we going to aim for? We are going to aim for at least 120 plus in KCET examination, and I am going to talk about that. So there's a secret quote over here. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. So we often think that, okay, I'm not able to do, I won't be able to complete, there's a lot of things, oh, anyways, I won't be able to crack the examination, why should I even start? So it's not like that. Okay, whenever we are getting started, we are basically being one step closer to our goal. So from today onwards, I want you all to start off your journey wherever you stand. I do not know where do you stand, but from today onwards, you are going to promise me that you are going to give your 100%, because today is 16th of February and now you have 2 months left for your KCET examination. And children, if you are going to give your 100%, there is no one who is going to stop you from getting really good rank in KCET. Believe yourself and just trust me in this particular scenario, and let's get ahead. Now, PCM or PCB or PCMB, which subject should I focus on? So if you're someone who is going to get into engineering or technological courses, you should be appearing for PCM. Now, if you're someone who is going for farm science courses like BSc Agriculture, Sericulture and Horticulture, you should be having PCMB. Now, Bachelor of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, Neuropathy and Yoga and BSc Nursing, children, you should be going for PCB. Okay, your subjects, these subjects should be stronger. Now, for Bachelor of B Pharma or second year B Pharma, PharmD, you can either go for PCM or PCB. Now, there are certain other courses as well. For example, when you talk about medical courses, dental courses, architecture and all, for them, do they need to register for KCET? So over here, the student is asking, is register for KCET important for other courses even if we write national level entrance examination? Yes, the answer is yes. So even if you are someone who is wanting to get into medical, dental or Ayush courses, you obviously have to write UG NEET, but apart from that, you have to fill the application and pay the money for KCET as well. Okay, don't have to write the exam. Now, talking about architecture, you have NATA. Apart from that, NATA, entrance examination, you obviously have to register yourself for KCET and also pay. Okay, so I hope the basics are clear. Yeah, and now we are getting into the hot topic, that is the timetable. So this timetable, firstly, I am going to talk about the regular students who are basically going to appear for your boards this particular year, that is 2025. So, if you are someone who has scored more than 85% in your pre-boards, then your timetable should be looking something like this. 7 to 8 a.m., 1 hour, you should be revising the previous day notes. Whatever thing that you have studied the previous day, you have to go through it. Now, 8 to 9, you can have your breakfast and everything that is there. 9 to 12, which is 3 hours, my dear children, you should be concentrating on physics. Why do I say physics? Now, morning is there, it's morning, right? So, you might be kind of energetic to solve certain things. So, difficult things should be sorted out early. So, we are focusing on physics over here. And it almost, you have to study for 1.5 hours, that is the concepts. And it's not just the concepts, obviously in physics you have to do certain questions also for understanding the concept. So 1.5 hours for concept as well as little amount of questions. 1 hour, complete 1 hour, you should be practicing previous year questions, PU2 questions. This is for PU2, right? Now, why I am telling you to study PU2 now also? Because, my dear children, I told you 50% of your marks comes from your PU2 board examination. So, if you're going to mess around that, then there's no point. So, please have a balance between PU2 as well as KCET. So, you would be doing PU2 question practice, thorough question practice for 1 hour, and then 30 minutes you can give for KCET mock test. Okay, then from 12 to 1:30 you can have a little break. Okay, you can do whatever you want. You can have food, and from 1:30 to 4:30, again you have to sit for 3 hours. Keep that mentally ready that I am going to sit for 3 hours and I am going to give my best. And over here I have put math. Why? Because obviously after having food you might be sleepy. So if I say keep some other subject, you might go sleep. Don't want you to do that. Okay, let's put some other subject which would make you use your brain. So we'll start with math, and for math I'll recommend you to have 2 hour concept as well as problem solving, and then okay, so this will be including all the previous year questions as well as the concept which is there for 2 hours, and 1 hour should be given to KCET mock test. Why did I give 1 hour over here? So basically in the case of mathematics you have so many numericals, so it might take longer time for you to practice it out. So which is why I have given 1 hour KCET mock test over here. For 2 hours straight you can do your PU2 previous year questions. Please focus on previous year questions. So many questions, or basically not the questions exactly, but the pattern is being repeated. Going ahead, we have 5:30 to 8:30. It's of 3 hours. It's for chemistry. So what did you do from 4:30 to 5:30? Probably you slept for 30 minutes. Okay, you can have a quick sleep for 30 minutes. It will rejuvenate your brain, and then you can go for a walk, stretch yourself up. Okay, have everything, all the fun things that you want to do. Now, from 5:30 again, you're going to make a mind that I'm going to sit straight for 3 hours and I'm going to complete chemistry over here. So 1.5 hours you should be focusing on a concept. 1 hour you should be focusing on your PU2 question practice, same like physics. Previous year questions should be the main focus over here. 30 minutes straight should be KCET mock test. Okay, so over here when you're solving questions from, okay, you would be solving questions from chemistry as well. So you can solve the in-text questions and stuff like that. But this 1 hour, my dear children, nothing else, just the previous year questions. I am telling because I want you to be focused on previous year questions. Nothing else, okay? Now, 8:30, you can go have your dinner, okay? Correct, at 8:30, please have your dinner. Then walk around a bit, okay? I give you 1 hour gap again over here. From 9:30 to 10:30, my dear children, during the entire day, the areas which you felt that you didn't do that great, you had to, you have to circle it and then try to redo it over here. So basically, you're focusing on your weak areas. You're not going blind on your weak areas. So sometimes what happens is that when children, they practice and they find that this area I'm not able to, they just give up. Okay, let's leave. But what if the questions are going to come from there? We have to make our concepts really strong, and especially when these concepts belong to the most important chapters. So I'm going to talk about the most important chapters, the flow of the chapters which you should be taking into consideration while studying as well in the coming part of this particular video, but just for you to have an understanding of this. Cool? So done? And 10:30 sharp, my little champions are going to sleep and again wake up, have a little exercise and probably start working on yourself from 7. Yes, so this is 10 hours of study, my dear children. This is for someone who is going to take PCM, okay, in their KCET. Now going ahead for PCB again, if you are someone who is basically, who have scored more than 85% in your pre-boards, then again 7 to 8 AM, you should be revising the whatever content you have studied the previous day. From 9 to 12, it's just physics and everything that I said, okay? And then chemistry is something that have changed over here. So if you put biology after food, so until 12 you studied physics and then you had your food. From 1:30 you're gonna sit. So I understand, I'm a biology teacher. Obviously you might be feeling sleepy because this is a theoretical thing. So there are high chances that you might feel sleepy, which is why I put chemistry over here. So here you might find some numericals, and chemistry is mostly fun as well, right? So I get it. So 1.5 hours you give for the concept and everything. 1 hour straight for what? Again, PU2 question practice, nothing else. Previous year questions, okay? When I say this, I mean PUIQs. And then 30-minute KCET mock test. Then take a break, go sleep, have some stretching exercise. You have 1 hour gap over here. From 5:30 to 8:30, you concentrate biology. So after sleeping, now you're coming over here to study this, obviously, so you would not be feeling sleepy. Now you tell me, isn't it a very planned timetable or not? Yes? Yes. Now 1 hour, again, you know which are the weaker areas that you should be focusing on. Cool? Now, so this is sorted. Cool? Now, there are certain children who might not have scored beyond 85% or things like that, or probably you might be below the bar of 80% in your pre-board examination. Now I'll tell you one thing. Being sad about it would not do anything, okay? Accepting the fact that, okay, I did not perform well in my pre-boards, but I can still try for my boards, would be much more necessary and would be really, really helpful. You would not believe how much magic you have inside you, how much potential you have inside you. Okay, so just give your 100%. But since you are someone who have scored less in PU2 examination, I would not recommend you to go prepare for KCET during this period, because you know from 1st of March you have your PU2 board examination. So there is no KCET practice for you guys. I'll tell you when you should be practicing it. And do not be worried about not practicing for KCET, because I told you in KCET basically all the questions, most of the questions are going to come from Okay, most of the questions are going to come from your PU2. So if your PU2 itself is strong, you might be able to solve a lot of questions in the KCET paper. So don't be worried about it. Let's focus on something that we can do really now. Okay, so as of now, let's focus on our PU2. So 7 to 8 a.m. again is the revision of what you did previously. Okay, from 9 to 12, when you take physics, you take 1.5 hours for concept and then give 1.5 hours for PYQs. Solve the most important previous year questions. So we have put up Brahmastra series. If you have watched our Brahmastra series, there we have solved the most repeated questions. You can make use of it to practice so many questions up here, my dear children, in this 1.5 hours. Make sure you know a little about of concept and everything, and then only you're coming for it. And please solve the most important chapters, the chapters which has high weightage first. Now from 1:30 to 4:30 again it will be math. Here 2 hours will be for PU2 concept and problem solving, and 1 hour, my dear children, will be straight for PUQ. So here only you might be solving a lot of questions, so you can give 1 hour for previous year questions in the case of maths. Talking about chemistry, again you have got a 1 hour gap. You came back, 1.5 hour, you are going to deal with the concept. You are going to make your concepts really strong, and to make you yourself motivated, what you are going to do, you are going to solve lots of previous year questions. As I said, what can you use? You can use a Brahmastra series. I'm telling you, it's going to be really important. So these series that we worked upon, these are not paid, these are free series, and you would not find what's this beneficial free series anywhere. I am not joking. I'm not saying because I belong to this company or something like that. When I made biology questions, I made sure that I'm not missing out on any sector which carries more weightage or has more amount of repeated questions. So there's a genuine thing that is there. You can try it out. It will be really helpful for you guys. Yeah. Now 1 hour focus on the weak areas. This is for PCM, right? Now PCB, it will be the same thing, just that you put chemistry over here and you put biology over there, and in three of them, physics, chemistry and biology, you give 1.5 hour concept and 1.5 hours previous year questions. And whenever you deal with previous year questions, my dear children, you know, in boards the paper presentation is really important. So you are not going to write the whole answer, right, seeing a question when you are solving it right now during the revision series. So as of now, what you need to do is that jot down what is really important. Don't need to write the entire thing and study, and always put their answers in points. Works? Chalo. Cool. So I'm going to tell you when you can focus on cases. Do not be worried. Stay until the end of this particular video. I'm going to tell you when you can really focus on your KCET and work on it. But as I'm telling you, make sure when you're studying your PU2 chapters, you're going really strong, so that any question coming from PU2 in KCET, you can solve it up. Okay? Just have that mind. Now, for dropout children, my cute little champions, what you can do is that if you are someone who is PCM, who is going to take PCM, that is, you are going for engineering courses, again 7 to 8 a.m. revision of the previous day, because this is the time you're enthusiastic and everything. 9 to 12 a.m. physics, 1 hour concept you're going to do, 1 hour question practice you're going to do, and 1 hour mock test you're going to do. I have less than 30 minutes from your concept, because obviously you might have studied the concept really well. So this time you can use the formula sheets and everything for just going through the concept once, and then you are going to solve a lot of questions, okay, normal questions, probably previous year KCET questions, okay, and then you're going to give mock test, straight mock test. So if you want to solve previous year questions, there is a series that is KCET 60 on 60, you know, for all these subjects it's there apart from biology. So all of you can focus on that and try solving questions from that. For 1 hour mock test, you can use any random site which is there, or probably you can take our test series as well. Cool. We will come to that later on. Now talking about mathematics, again the same timings are being followed, but I have bifurcated the time differently. So 1 hour concept, 1 hour rigorous question practice. This should be including your previous year questions and everything, and 1 hour mock test for all the new questions, which will give you an idea of where you are getting wrong. You should be giving mock tests. Mock tests are really important. It gives you a reality check. For chemistry also is the same thing. And last 1 hour from 9:30 to 10:30, focus on the weak areas. You are not going beyond 10:30, my dear children. You have to sleep at 10:30. You know what? It's not just about scoring marks. It's also about staying alive. So please prioritize your health, your mental health, your physical health, all type of health. You got it? Got it? Cool? Getting ahead. We have the timetable for PCB droppers. So over here, I just have replaced biology. I have put chemistry in front, and same thing, 1 hour concept, 1 hour previous year questions, and 1 hour straight for mock test. Cool. So I am taking live sessions almost on I think Thursdays and Fridays. Wednesdays and Fridays. So please be there when I am taking the mock test. Okay, it will be really important for you. And it's not just biology. For all the subjects, we are all coming live and solving the questions at 11 a.m. So every day 11 a.m. you get to see so many question practice being done. So please be there. Just even if you do not know the answer, just be there, listen to us speak. It will really help you well. Cool. Chalo. And 1 hour is for focusing on the weak areas. Now, if you are someone who is going to take PCMB, now, my dear children, you might have to put 1 hour extra. So everyone is studying for 10 hours, but also you have extra subjects. So let's put 1 extra hour. So 7 to 8 a.m. you do the revision of the previous day. It's fine. Now 9 to 11 a.m. I have blocked a 2-hour time. Until now it was 3 hours, but now you have 2 hours. So 1 hour you're going to give for concept and 1 hour you're going to give for question practice. Okay, question practice is really, really important. So over here you can either do one more thing, that is 30 minutes you can give for concept, and 30 minutes you can give for mock test as well. In that way also you can bifurcate your time if you think that you already are thorough with the concept. Otherwise you can follow this. For chemistry also it will be the same. Again, I have divided the time accordingly. So it's from 12 to 2 p.m. So you have got a gap over here from 8 to 9. You have got a gap over here from 11 to 12. You have got a gap over here from 2 to 3 p.m. as well. So don't feel that you do not have the gap and things like that. Okay, so here probably you had food and then you did math and then you took a gap. You took a gap of 1.5 hours. Probably you slept for some time or you walked around a bit. From 6:30 to 8:30, you are going to concentrate on biology after sleeping. Please study biology after sleeping only, okay? And then do the question practice. My dear children, this question practice time, no, you please keep a timer, that is 1 hour timer, and then start doing. Don't say that I am going to do from this time. No, the timetable that I have put over here, why have I put? So that you have got an idea now. You do not need to make any timetable. You're just gonna put focus on this, right? So I don't want to waste even a bit of your time, which is why I made the timetable for you, logically thinking about the breaks that you also might need. So it's not like you're getting exhausted. After every 1 or 2 hours, you're getting a break, and that's more than enough. From 8:30 to 9:30, you will be having your food, you will be walking around, and then from 9:30 to 10:30, again, you're going to focus on your weak areas. So I just added 1 hour extra, my dear children, and it's for you to focus on your weak areas because you have 1 extra subjects as well. Now, this is for droppers, so make sure you are solving as many KCET questions every day. So, what do you think? You're in the middle of the video, it's almost 23 minutes. Do you think you can do it? Well, I think you can definitely do it. I trust you completely, 101% that you are gonna make it. Just put that trust in yourself also and just give your best wherever you stand. You're gonna start from today, and today's day, it's going to be life-changing for you. You are gonna do something with your life. And if you're pretty sure about that, definitely let me know. Write down in the comment section that target is 120 plus. This should be our motto. There is no other target, only one target, and that is 120 plus in KCET. Cool? Chalo. Next thing. I told you I'll be talking about the must-do chapters of every subject. So the must-do chapters of chemistry, if we talk about PU2, it goes like this. All the chapters of chemistry, there are just 10 of them. They are all very important. So you can go in this order. Okay, these are the number of questions that solution chapter gave you, electrochemistry gave you, chemical kinetics gave you, and things like that. If you want, you can take a screenshot or you can ask for a PDF in the comment section. Now this is for chemistry, this is for PU2. Do not be worried for PU1, I will be showing you that as well. Talking about mathematics, you can start with continuity and differentiability, giving you 5 questions, integrals 5 questions, 3-dimensional geometry 5 questions, all of them 4, 4, 4 and then 3. Then you have remaining chapters, but you should be starting with these chapters. These are high priority chapters. Okay, my dear children, so please be aligned with it. Do not go start off with a very small chapter that do not give you much amount of marks. It won't be of any use. So please utilize your time properly. You have so less time and so many things to do, but still obviously with a proper plan you can do everything. You get it? Chalo. Remaining chapter weightages are this. So these are the remaining chapter and this is how the weightage is being divided for PU2 in the case of mathematics. Talking about physics, you should be starting with current electricity, my dear children, giving you 6 questions and then going ahead up to electrostatic potential and capacitance, giving 3 questions. Now this could be changing here and there. So we should be starting off with this and then going ahead with these chapters. Remaining chapters are this. So atom and nucleus, somehow it can be this time it can be 2 mark or here it can be 3. Either way it can be changed. So you should be working on these chapters really well. PU2, you know what? PU2, all the chapters are important. You cannot miss even a single chapter. Okay, you should have that in your mind. Fine? Chalo. Must do chapters, biology, my subjects. Start with molecular base of inheritance, principles of inheritance and variation. Then go ahead with all these chapters. Since we have higher number of chapters, the mark distribution has been like that. Okay, and I'll tell you one more thing. The certain chapters have been deleted, which is why there could be certain changes as well that could be seen. But this is how you need to go ahead with the chapter flow. Fine. Cool. Works. Chalo. Now, for PU1, my dear children, here you have physics, here you have chemistry, and here you have mathematics. So, system of particles and rotational motion gives you 2 marks, but I had a word with sir, and what he said is, this particular chapter might be time consuming, it might take a lot of your time, and it is kind of difficult but not very difficult. So you should not be wasting too much of your time into studying this chapter. It's okay, fine, if you're not able to do it, let's go ahead with other chapters. It's not like it's giving 2 marks, so I have to definitely study this. If it is difficult, if it is taking too much of your time, I said we have to have a proper planning as of now. So you can probably skip this and move on to others. But if you know that, okay, this chapter is fine for me, then obviously you should be going ahead with this. But do not waste your time, do not get stuck over here. Talking about chemistry, my dear children, you can start with chemical bonding and molecular structure. It gave 3 questions and then equilibrium 2 questions, redox reaction 2 questions, hydrocarbons 2 questions, all of them 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Mathematics over here we have relations and functions 1, that is there in PU1 as well, so it gives you 2, sequences and series 2, limits and derivatives 2, all of the others 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So this should be the flow of the chapter if you're dealing with PU1. But when should you do PU1? After PU2 completes. Okay, no cheating. Now, for biology, okay, I saw a comment, no one talks about biology and dropouts. So here I am for biology. So animal kingdom, my dear children, it might give you 2 marks, all the other chapters 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Some chapters do not give you any questions at all, such as breathing and exchange of gases did not give in this few previous years, but 1 question and all was there previous year, I think. So basically you should be having this flow. Now obviously this can change from here and there, but animal kingdom is something that you should definitely go through. Okay. Now if you are someone who is finding it difficult to study all these chapters, that is PU2 as well as PU1. So for PU2 and everything, we have started off this master stroke series. We are doing the chapter in one go. You can put it on 2x speed and just listen to us talk, because in that way you will be obviously building your concepts really well. So you can do that. Now, the last minute tips that I promised that I would be doing is that you should prepare for KCET only up to 22nd of February if you are someone who is in PU2. Beyond that, you should not be preparing for your KCET. Please, or if you're doing so, please lessen the time, because you know from 1st of your March your exams are starting and I don't want you to lose marks in your PU2 board examination. Now, start again with KCET from 21st March once the exam ends, and this time since you are done with PU2, that means you're done with your boards, that means you know PU2. But what about PU1? You do not know about it. So you can focus a bit on your PU1, but obviously you should not forget PU2 at all. You should be revising it in between, okay, by solving certain questions or things like that. So please focus on your PU1 for at least 10 days. For at least 10 days, please put focus on PU1. I am talking about starting from 20th March if you want to, but I don't want you to do that. From 21st March to 1st of April, my dear children, please do this PU1 and revise the PU2 by solving its question. Now, from April 1 to April 14, you are not going to study the concepts, you are going to solve only mock tests. So many questions you should be doing. There should be so many questions that you should be practicing, and I am not kidding. Well, if you're finding difficulty in understanding where can I get the questions from, so here we are with something, and that is what? Abhyas KCET test series. So Abhyas KCET test series is something that could give you lots of questions. Over here there are so many part tests, there are so many full length tests as well which you can follow, and there are 35 of them, so obviously you would not feel that there is so less questions and things. And it is chapter wise test which is there, my dear children, and also the full syllabus. So obviously there is no loss in taking this particular series, and it is just of ₹1499. So I'm not asking you to join a big crash course or things like that. At least this is something that every one of you can do from your own. That is solving, anyways you are going to solve mock tests. So let's make it credible, let's make it from somewhere you trust, and you know us, so probably you can go for this. There will be one-shot revision videos, there will be video solutions for the questions that we are giving, and it's been based depending on the analysis of the past 5-year question papers. So obviously this would not be a loss. If you're someone who is finding difficulty in finding a good mock test series, you can go for us. I'm not saying if you already have something, okay, go ahead with the test series that you already have. If you are someone who would not have it, you can go for Abhyas KCET test series. It is going to help you really well. Cool, works. Chalo. Over here, best books, resources to score full on full in KCET. There is your NCERT, and there is no one else to complete your NCERT. So I asked Somik sir, I asked Aishwarya ma'am, I asked Ankit sir, are there any other books that I should tell the children to refer to in their subjects? They all said one thing, that is NCERT is a must go thing. So you just have to go to NCERT, just go through all the concepts really well and solve the previous year questions. Now this can be KCET previous year questions, but there are limited number of questions. So since it has similarity to COMED K, you can also solve COMED K previous year questions as well. This would be really helpful for you guys. So NCERT and question practice. NCERT and question practice, this should be your go-to thing, my dear children. Do not be wandering around different things. And obviously you might have made so many formula sheets, you might have your own notes, you can refer to that, but I will recommend directly go to NCERT, just have a quick read and do lots of questions. Okay, and obviously for question practice, this is a previous year question, but if you want new questions, you can have some test series. As I said, we have Abhyas KCET test series, but apart from that, if you think you have something else with you already, go ahead with that, no problem. But we want the best from you, and that is why we launch something like this in this crucial point of your time. So I think I have summed all of it. There is nothing that is left behind. What do you think? How was this timetable video? I think it includes everything that you need to know, and I have given the timetable. I have given my best in making proper usage of your time and everything. I just want one thing from you guys, and that is your efforts and also self-belief. At any point of time, I do not want you to be sad thinking that I am not able to do it. There should not be a thought like that. You should always think, I am going to do it, which is why I said all of you should just have this one target. Targeting 120 plus in KCET. That is our logo. And if you are in, my dear children, do not forget to comment it down. And if you need any of our help, do let us know in the comment section below. And do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our little channel. All the best to all my champions.